So over the years, I have interacted with different people that have had different understandings of Israel. I've talked to some friends that don't understand why it's important at all. And I've talked to friends that just thought it was the most important thing in the world, this understanding of Israel. And I've run into something, and I want to just give you some pieces of advice, some wisdom that I think will help you as you begin to explore and press into understanding Israel and the Jewish roots of our faith. Because the reality is as Christians, we really are the fulfillment of the promises to Israel. We are not the fulfillment. Israel is the fulfillment, but we're stepping into what was promised to them. We're receiving the benefits of their blessing that we've been brought into because of that. And so we're fulfilling the promises that were made, not exclusive of, but in connection with. And here's the first point of wisdom. Paul said that Jew and Gentile would be one new man. When you read that in context, it's not something that's going to happen in the future. It's something that happened as soon as Jesus died on the cross, that he broke down the dividing wall so that Jew and Gentile would be one new man. We're already one new man. That's not coming. There is only one church, one congregation of faith, and the Jews that believe in Messiah and the Gentiles that believe in the Messiah have been brought into one family. That's the first thing that I want to point out to you, because I have watched people that got interested in the Jewish roots of faith that as they began to study and as they began to pursue it, they actually renounced Christianity to become Jewish. There's no need to. You don't have to renounce Christianity to become Jewish. Actually, if you understand Christianity, you'll begin to value and you'll be able to live out much of the Jewish faith, but the way that God intends it in the scripture. And here's the other piece. As you begin to study the Jewish roots of your faith, make sure that you take time in the book of Hebrews. The book of Hebrews was written to Hebrews, to Jews that were now believers in the Messiah. Make sure that whatever you come to understand about what it's supposed to look like, that it lines up with the book of Hebrews. That is a great plumb line to hold yourself to as you pursue your understanding. And as you do that, you'll be able to value the things that are there. You'll be able to value the feast. You'll be able to value the commandments in the appropriate way, doing it not as a law that's leading to righteousness, but out of an expression of love for Him, and not out of a need, but out of passion. And here's the other thing. I've met some people that because of their learning some of the things about Judaism, they've turned it into a superstition. It's not a superstition, it's relationship with Jesus Christ. There's not particular things that you can say in a certain way that gets a particular spiritual results. That would be called a spell. That's not prayer. Prayer is about relationship. We're talking to our Father. It's not about the items. It's not about the icons. It's not about the elements. It's about the reality of the Spirit of God that is involved. And it's about honoring the revelation of the Spirit of God that began the things that we're seeing now today. And when we begin to understand that we're honoring revelation that God spoke, and it's not about the item today, we then begin to have an appropriate affection and appropriate attention towards those things. So I just encourage you, pursue it, come to understand it. It's an amazing thing to do a Passover Seder. If you've never done that, find a way that you can and learn about these things, because as you do, your faith will deepen, your faith will richen, but it all has to lead to the Messiah. It all has to lead to Jesus, because there is no other name given to man by which we must be saved. It is Him and Him alone.